Hey, what is up everyone? Uncle Mumble here with another Jedi Survivor guide. Today I'll be showing you the optimal order to upgrade your stim count all the way up to 12. Stims are a crucial resource in navigating the galaxy, and there's nothing worse than being fresh out of heals while being mauled by a Mogu, or dying to a boss that's at 1 HP because you just needed one more stim to finish them all. The order I've presented the stim upgrades in is the best route to upgrade your stims and naturally follows the story progression path, so you can make sure you have the highest stim count possible leading up to any major encounter. So let's jump in. Our first stim upgrade is on our first planet, Coruscant, right after the yacht explodes and you enter the Undercity meets area. From the spawn point, jump up the wall, dispatch the KX security droid, and collect your first stim.
Stim canister. That'll prove useful.
For your second stim, you'll want to be on Koboh, just outside of Pyloon's Saloon. You're going to head to Doma's Outpost. You'll need 10 priorite shards to purchase the mysterious key code, and you'll just have to slice open the door beside Doma, and inside you'll find your second stim.
Feel free to take whatever you can make use of. Catch.
For your third stim, you're going to want to head to the Basalt Rift on Koboh. This area is accessed shortly after talking to Toa, the Felucian. You'll notice here, you'll break down a rock structure to unloose a pillar. Once these pillars in front of you fall down, climb over them, and you will encounter a Mogu. Deal with it or ignore it and just run straight by it, whatever you prefer. Then you're going to want to scale up these walls. Run a little further ahead and walk down the ramp to the right to find your next stim upgrade.
Let's hope we don't need it.
For stim number 4, you're going to want to head to Foothill Falls, which is just outside of Pyloon's Saloon. There's a ramp that you can walk up. You're going to want to head to the right at the fork over here. Just head up the zip line that you approach down at the bottom of the ramp. Look to your left. Take a quick flight over to the little shack and deal with any of the enemies you encounter here before we get started on the puzzle. Make sure to open this door just for simplicity. We're gonna run down the ramp and hop onto the Neko, which we're gonna use to jump up and wall run on this ledge over here. Do a couple quick aerial maneuvers to get to the other side. Then we're going to slice this terminal, which will release a bomb droid that we want to lure over towards the shack. It's easier if you jump down here and then force pull it closer to your end destination, and you're going to throw it at the wall to blow it up and access the stim upgrade.
Heads up, BD.
This next upgrade is pretty hard to miss. It's in the Sheltered Hollow, which you will naturally progress to following the main story after escaping the sandstorm with Marin. You'll walk right by it. Unless you are purposely not trying to pick up stims, this one should be quite hard to miss.
Another stim. Here you go.
This next stim is on the Shattered Moon at the Automated Forge area. You will find yourself in a platforming section where you're climbing up, dodging electricity, and eventually making your way across a set of electro-charged zip lines. This is all part of the main story progression, so you'll have to go through here anyways. You'll find yourself wall running at a point where you end up on a large zip line. Instead of taking that zip line, you want to just drop down to this orange lit area, grapple up, and zip line across, jumping over the electrocharge here. Just make your way around this platform, and you'll find yourself another stim.
What have we got here?
This next stim is in Jedha. You'll have come from the Trailhead Pantheon and make your way to the Blustery Mesa. You can use this point as a quick reference. Again, this is from the main story progression, so you'll naturally end up here. You'll deal with a couple of Imperial troopers and a couple of crab creatures before coming up to this Crypt of Uhrma. You'll find on the wall 8 different pillars. You just need to force pull them in this orientation, and it'll unlock the door. Jump over to the other side, and you'll find your next stim.
Never have enough of these.
Our 8th stim is going to be in the Viscid Bog. This area is accessible right after the Lucre Hulk mission. You're going to find yourself at a couple of rocks that you need to force lift, and if you actually backtrack from where you originally came, you can lift all 3 of these rocks up, and you'll find yourself in a battle arena with the Mire Terror and another Mogu, which you'll have to fight at the same time. Nothing too troublesome unless you're on a higher difficulty, but once you've dealt with both of them, you can pick up your next stim upgrade.
Can't go wrong with more stims.
This next area should be quite familiar. The Derelict Dam is the area with that big dinosaur creature when you land on Koboh for the first time. So from the spawn point, you're going to want to take the path to the right. This assumes you've already unlocked this shortcut, but otherwise it's a quick puzzle where you throw a quick mine droid to bust open a wall. Once you're in there, just force lift the door open and get to work fighting the Gorako Matriarch. Fight's not too tough, but once you're done, you can head over to the right and pop open that stim canister.
Heads up, BD.
For our final stim, we're going to be heading to the Observatory Understructure. This is quite far into the game. You will have acquired all power-ups for mobility at this point. You're going to note the area where you take out 2 droidicas, and you'll see these 2 battle droids up here. That's going to get us started working towards where we need to end up. Just shoot an electro dart and get platforming here. Nothing too complicated, and this is part of the main story progression as well, so you're going to be going through this regardless. Grab on here, make some light work of platforming, climb up. You'll have a few enemies to take out along the way, but nothing too serious if you've already made it here. And you'll come up to these platforms that you just want to start progressing through in a counterclockwise fashion before grappling onto the wall here and climbing up onto this bridge. Once you've taken out this Bedlam Raider, you'll notice that crack in the door to the left. Just squeeze through there, take out the 1 Imperial Trooper, and toss one of these guys out into the sky. Latch onto it and hold onto it so that you can turn around and head 1 level up, take out the 2 troopers, and that is your final stim upgrade. So you will have a total of 12 stims at this point. That's going to help quite a bit in the final bosses of the game if you're struggling at all and need a couple more heals to get you through those tougher fights. That is it for the video. Enjoy your well-earned stims. A quick note, there is an additional perk called Fellowship, which increases BD's stim capacity by 1, but it costs 4 perk slots, and there are way better perks that you could be using that will help you deal with bosses in a much more effective manner than having a single extra stim. Some perks that come to mind are Resilience and Shatter, which both help you block more or deal more stance damage to enemies, which is going to help you take them down faster. If you found the video at all helpful, please feel free to drop a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you'd like to see more Jedi Survivor content. I am a small creator trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the month, so if you can help me reach that goal faster, it would mean the world to me. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.